68 sacks, a 5-12 record, and another year of maybe next season. That was the story of the Chicago Bears in 2024. But heading into 2025, a new chapter begins, and it might just be the most exciting one in decades. The Bears didn't just reload this offseason, they reimagined their entire identity, and at the center of it, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, and a front office that went all in. Let's start in the trenches, because everything starts in the trenches. Last season, Caleb Williams was under siege. Chicago surrendered a league-high 68 sacks. And even though Pro Football Focus gave them a 12th worst pass blocking grade, anyone who watched the games knows it was way worse than that. As much flack as the offensive line got last year, the one bright spot was Darnell Wright, who graded out as the 5th best right tackle this season, trailing only Green Bay's Zach Tom, Detroit's Penei Sewell, Minnesota's Brian O'Neill, and Philadelphia's Lane Johnson. So GM Ryan Poles got to work, and what he built is a brand new wall. Joe Thuney, arguably a future Hall of Famer, brings championship pedigree. Jonah Jackson, a Pro Bowl caliber guard with history under Ben Johnson in Detroit, and Drew Dalman, PFF's 4th highest grade center in 2024. With Darnell Wright holding down right tackle, this offensive line is no longer a liability, it might be a strength. Of course, none of it matters if you don't have firepower, and Chicago went all in on arming Caleb Williams. DJ Moore returns as WR1, Roman Dudesay looked like the real deal, grabbing 700 yards and 3 touchdowns his rookie year. Cole Kmet continues to grow as one of the league's most reliable tight ends. Then came the draft. With the 10th pick in the draft, the Chicago Bears threw a curveball when they drafted Michigan tight end Colston Loveland. But here's the thing, Ben Johnson has a plan, and that plan, it might just involve turning Colston Loveland into his own version of Sam Laporta 2.0. Loveland isn't your average tight end. This guy played 3 years in Michigan's grinded out offense and still managed to shine. Even with inconsistent quarterback play, he posted 56 catches, 582 yards, and 5 touchdowns in just 10 games last season. And oh yeah, he led the team in receiving 9 of those 10 games. That's not just production, that's gravity. From day one, Loveland looked like a future pro. He lined up everywhere, in line, in the slot, out wide, even the backfield. He's basically a chess piece in cleats. Now, don't expect him to pancake defensive ends just yet. Loveland's blocking is more get in the way than bully ball, but he's willing and he gets physical. What will he be? A mismatched nightmare. Too fast for linebackers, too big for corners, and with Cole Kmet already in the midst, Ben Johnson now has the tools to go full mad scientist mode with 2 tight end sets. Imagine trying to cover this dude on a bootleg while DJ Moore is stretching the field. And at number 39, the Bears took a calculated swing on Missouri's Luther Burden III, a Fury slot receiver with elite yards after catch ability, a chip on his shoulder, and first-round talent that fell due to character concerns. But turn on the tape, and it's hard not to see shades of Brandon Ayuk. Like Ayuk, Burden thrives in space with quick feet, strong hands, and that rare ability to create separation against both man and zone coverage. In fact, Ayuk was one of just 4 receivers in 2023, along with Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, and Puka Nacua, to finish top 10 receiving yards against both man and zone defenses. Ayuk isn't just versatile, he's lethal. Since 2020, he's produced the 3rd most receiving yards on intermediate routes, 10 to 19 air yards, and has built a reputation for making contested catches look routine. Burden has that same skill set. If Ben Johnson can scheme him into space, the Bears may have found a dynamic offensive weapon, not just for the slot, but for every level of the field. Make no mistake, the success of this Bears team hinges on one man, Caleb Williams. Ben Johnson already said it, he thinks Williams will become the first Chicago Bears quarterback to throw for over 4,000 yards in a single season, and he thinks it could happen this year. Now that's bold, but that's not crazy. Surrounded by talent, protected by veterans, and led by an offensive genius in Ben Johnson, Williams is positioned to take the leap. The tools are there, now it's about timing and trust. While the offense stole the headlines, the defense quietly got an upgrade of its own. New defense coordinator Dennis Allen brings a proven system and new players to plug in. Veteran Grady Jarrett, though past his prime, still brings leadership and burst. Dio Odenbo is a quiet riser to 16 sacks in 3 years, and the Bears are betting big that he continue trending forward. In the draft, Chicago grabbed Shamir Turner, a violent, versatile lineman out of Texas A&M. The front 7 is deeper, hungrier, and nastier. and that could make all the difference for a unit that struggled late in 2024. Let's talk draft strategy. The Bears made headlines with picks that leaned on fit over fanfare. At pick number 56, the Bears added more muscle to the trenches, selecting Boston College's Ozzie Trapillo, a versatile lineman who can play on either side of the edge. But Trapillo brings more than just size and flexibility. He brings bloodlines. His father, Steve Trapillo, was an All-American at Boston College and spent 6 seasons protecting NFL quarterbacks in New Orleans. Now Ozzie follows in his footsteps. And with Chicago's offensive line looking for long-term stability and injury insurance, Trapillo could be a sneaky impact player as early as this season. And 7th round running back Kyle Monaghay, a name you might not know now, but you will. 0 fumbles on 669 carries, 21 touchdowns in 2 years. Think Isaiah Pacheco, but in navy and orange. From top to bottom, this draft class feels like the foundation of something bigger. So where does all leave Chicago? With a vastly improved offensive line, a treasure chest of receiving weapons, a young, dynamic quarterback, and a coaching staff that's built for innovation. Is this the year the Bears finally turn potential into production? Will 2025 be remembered as the year the monsters of the Midway came roaring back? One thing is certain, the NFL should be on notice. Because the Chicago Bears aren't just building for the future anymore, they're coming for it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and drop your take in the comments. Are the Bears playoff bound for 2025? Or do they still have something to improve? Let's talk about it. Bear down, and we'll see you next time.